Hey family, how's your spirit? Talk to me. Tell me something good. Stack man. We got a good one today. We're talking about what adversity truly is. Uh, we talk about a lot of things, but we never talk about what adversity truly is and what it really means. Right? 1 second. Let me clean my glasses off. Okay. Thank you, sir. What does adversity mean in everyday terms? This is something you must ask yourself, right? Adversity is any tough situation that hits your life hard. Losing a job, getting sick, watching your business fail, or facing discrimination that blocks your path. It doesn't care how much money you have in your bank. A laid off factory worker and a CEO whose company just collapsed both feel the same gut punch and uncertainty and fear. Think about that. How much does adversity build resilience? Resilience is the ability to bounce back stronger than after setbacks. It grows when you face challenges and learn to adapt instead of giving up. A single mom who loses her job but finds a better career path shows how hardship forges strength that lasts. Number three, why do some people grow from adversity while others stay stuck? Growth happens when you face the pain, learn the lesson, and choose the change instead of blaming or quitting. A poor kid who studies by flashlight after losing power becomes a doctor, while a wealthy heir who parties through every setback stays lost. Think about that. And these are true scenarios that happen in life, and it's up to you. Oh, yeah, check out my new logo. You guys like it? Through adversity comes change. Also, I want to show you guys you have the book and the workbook. Through adversity come change, and through adversity come change workbook. Check them out on Amazon. Can't beat the price, and the wisdom in it is phenomenal. Number four, how can losing everything lead to finding your true purpose? When the old life crumbles, you're forced to reveal what you're forced to rebuild for what actually matters instead of what paid the bills. A middle class executive fired at 50 starts a non-profit that helps veterans, discovering meaning money never gave him. And this is how these things go. Number five, what role does mindset play in turning adversity into advantage? Mindset decides whether you see a wall or a door. Fixed mindset says that why me? Growth mindset says, what can I learn? A rich investor who loses millions in a crash but studies the market becomes wiser and wealthier long term, while a poor worker who blames the system stays broke. Number six, how does adversity teach the value of true relationships? Hard times strip away fair weather friends and show who stays when there's nothing left to gain. A wealthy family that loses everything discovers their real support comes from the loyal few who were there before the money. And that's the truth. That is truly the truth. What's this? Number 7. What does it mean that pain is the price for growth? Every real change costs something: comfort, pride, or old habits. A middle class dad who hits rock bottom with addiction pays the price by getting sober and becoming the father his kids always needed. That's a true story. Number 8, how can failure be the best teacher money can't buy? Failure shows you exactly what doesn't work so you can build what does. A poor entrepreneur who first 3 business collapse finally succeeds on the fourth because those failures taught him what success requires. Number 9, why does adversity reveal the true character? Pressure doesn't create character, it exposes it. Whether you're genuine, you're generous or selfish, honest or shady, a rich CEO who cuts corners in a crisis loses everything, while a broke single mom who shares her last meal with a neighbor builds a network that lifts her out of poverty. Another true story. 10. How does going through hell create unbreakable confidence? When you survive the worst, you know you can handle anything life throws next. A formerly wealthy man who rebuilds from zero after total collapse walk into a room with quiet certainty that no amount of money ever gave him. Number 11, how does adversity force you to develop new skills you never knew you had? When always stop working, you're pushed to learn or sink. A laid off factory worker learns coding online and lands a tech job that pays more than before. See, one thing about adversities, right? You don't make change in happy times. Change only comes in chaos, if you ever notice, because change makes you think. Adversities make you think. Number 12, why does hitting rock bottom often become a turning point? At the bottom, there's nowhere left to fall. So the only direction is up if you choose it. A middle class family facing foreclosure starts a side hustle that becomes their main income. Oh, what's up, Johnny?
I'm in the cut. I'm in the cut.
What's
I see you.
happening?
I see you, man.
I know that's right.
You looking good.
Well, black don't crack.
Oh, yo. It don't. I be seeing white people, or rather Caucasian people, our same age. They look like they about 95.
Mm-hmm.
I be like, yo, how old are you? They be like, yo, I'm such and such. I'm like, you never use drugs? They like, nah. I be like, damn. They look older than yo,
Yeah.
washed up.
Man, I had 28 years of self-preservation.
Oh, oh, oh,
You had about 20.
we, yo, we've been doing this since we was kids.
Yeah, but one thing though, Johnny, man, we lived a good life. Like
Yo, we lived.
we had good parents,
We had
and
good. Yo, we had good parents. Yo, matter of fact, we had excellent parents.
yeah,
And 9 out of 10, everybody on that block we grew up with only had one parent.
yeah,
Only had one parent, and our parents raised us to be
uh-huh,
respectful, and courtesy, and all that. Yo, let me tell you something. I used to curse like a mother. But when I seen somebody parents come around me, I'll be like, "How you doing, ma'am?"
You know
"Yes,
what? No,
ma'am."
no, but see, that's the whole thing. It wasn't just our parents that raised us. It was the whole neighborhood,
Community,
the
the
whole
whole,
block. You
the
know,
whole block.
like we
You
said the
know,
other day. You know, if they caught you doing something, you got a
they'll beat.
whooping, and something you're gonna get one when you get home.
Yo, they'll beat you. No, they'll slap you. Then call your parents, and you're thinking nothing of it. When you get home,
Yeah, you got
yo,
another one.
no, your mother wouldn't even be talking to you. She'll be like, "So I understand you saw Miss Such and Such." You be like, "Yeah, I saw her today, and I understand you was cursing around her." You be like, "How does she know?" Bam,
Yeah,
and you be like, "Oh my God."
yeah. And
You
look,
know,
through that adversity, it makes
come
you
change,
change.
come change. You know,
Yeah,
I was like, "Ah, man,
yeah,
ah, yo, we had some excellent parents, and we had excellent upbringing,
yeah, yeah,
excellent upbringing."
yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
it was strange, but they raised us right. They raised us right.
No, but you know the beautiful thing about how we grew up, right? Even though a couple of our parents had money, in the
Yeah,
whole block, we never knew about being poor because we all
no,
had
yeah,
all the family, and we can go to each other's house and eat or
eat,
whatever.
eat, and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah,
We didn't. And you know something? When I watch Good Times now today, I be like, "Yo, we actually lived like that."
yeah, no
Our
question.
parents, our parents used to be like, "Yo, I don't know how we gonna make it, but we gonna make it." But I never knew what poor was.
Yeah.
We had a beautiful Christmas
Oh man, every every
uh,
every every
every
holiday was
year.
beautiful.
Every Christmas was beautiful. And Thanksgiving, oh my God,
Yeah, we
we
ate.
loved Thanksgiving. We
I remember.
loved it.
I remember on Thanksgiving, all of us, me, you, Dave, I,
Yo, yo, eh,
JB, Keith,
yo,
Charlie, all of us. We put our money together, and we used to get them big, long, easy to make them thick turkey joints for
oh,
Thanksgiving.
yo,
Put a
right,
whole tray bag in it. Yo, that was what, and we said,
yo, a tray bag back then. See, people don't remember what tray bags was if they wasn't from our era.
yeah,
These kids nowadays buying 10s and 20s. But a tray bag back
was
then,
11 joints.
yeah, 11 joints. We ain't know nothing about blunts. We had easy waters back then.
No, big bamboo.
Yeah, Big Bamboo and because Easy Water came out later. We had Big
Yeah,
Bamboo.
hmm
I used to be like, "Yo, wow, it's a beautiful thing."
no question.
Cause we came out the kettle into the fire, and now we relaxing now. And the only person that had a real job was Ivory.
Yeah, yep, his whole life, still today.
Yep. And he the only one that had a W-2 form back
Hmm
then, and still to this day.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
he's
man.
eating eating a bread sandwich with butter.
Oh, that
A wish
yeah.
sandwich. we had those. We
Hey,
had those
hey,
when we
no,
was growing up.
but a butter sandwich is good,
Oh, that's what he's eating. A
man.
butter sandwich.
Yeah, man. Butter says spread it on light. Get that butter flavor with that bread. That joint be or toast it a little bit.
Get that. Yep. Yep. Sherry, the stove went off when they cut the power off today. Yeah, the time. Yeah. Oh yeah, cause we got solar panels put on the roof this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, the solar panels. They told my wife. They said 8:30 will be here.
hmm
They came at 7:30. They came at 7:30.
Yeah, well, that's basically when like that kind of stuff, construction kind of starts.
9:22. Yep. They came at 7:30. Did everything. It's a beautiful thing, man, to
So
have your,
how is
huh?
the solar working for you?
Oh, I don't know yet until I get my first bill. Until
Hey,
I
hey,
get
yo, look, I just got my bill. $865.
for what?
I'm like, for the electricity for from the winter time. This shit is crazy. Like I'm in a studio.
Yeah.
Everybody in my building is 60 to like $90 a month. My shit is 199. So I said, all right, this bro they just gave me a joint for $865.
Oh, whoa, whoa. That
And
ain't nothing.
I said that's more than my whole. I mean, I got a studio. That's
Yeah.
800
What?
something is probably what you pay for your whole house.
No,
And
no, 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 no. 300, 300, and how much was the bill last month, baby? Almost $300 for the
my
whole bill.
mine's is 800 and something
What the?
for a
Yo,
studio.
but what are you using?
Man.
What?
And then they say in January I was in the hospital. That's when I had the other operation.
Yeah. So what are you
No,
using?
the landlord put a thing in my air conditioning shit last month, and then now I get the bill eight something. I just sent them an email. Somebody
Yeah.
going to tell me something.
Yeah. Somebody got to tell you something. Okay, you got to be on a
No,
budget
I heard
plan.
what she said. No, I'm on that. That's the whole thing. But I got a studio, and they was
Yeah.
charging me 300 a month, and everybody else in the building is 60 and $90.
Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm.
So
Wow.
it's something with the landlord probably. I mean, it
Some,
is what
some,
I'm gonna
yeah,
pay it. It is what it is. They put me on a plan. I gotta pay a extra $60 a month. It is what it is.
yeah. That's good. That's good.
I ain't tripping. It
Yeah,
ain't go,
no.
I ain't getting my lights cut off.
No, no, and you know something, you can't get it cut off because they 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 got me down as a handicap,
Me
and I
too.
need and I need my lights. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
One thing about being handicapped, it
yeah,
comes in handy.
yeah,
It comes in handy.
yeah.
Even at the airport, they put me in a wheelchair, wheel me around. I'm like, yo, don't forget my aide and my kids. I go right to the front of the line. I go right to the and be the first one
I probably would too.
and be the first one on the plane. I'll be like, wow, there is a catch to being handicapped, you know.
Yeah,
But huh?
you better bet it.
Yo, I bet it all the time,
Yeah.
you know. But it's good to see that you up and running. Who was that walked by you?
Oh, that's my boy. That's the one. My boy D. That's the one that helps me do all the coding and
Oh, oh,
editing and everything. That's how all my shit got on him. He did everything.
okay. So
That's my
you're
dog.
good then.
Nah, ain't no question. That's my dog.
You're good. You're good. Anybody from around the old way be
Nah,
tuning in?
me and nah, hell no. Nah, you know.
They
Let me
don't
say this
need they
right.
don't need no adversity comes change.
No, but see, this is the thing, Johnny.
You got to make new friends.
Look, and that's the thing, man. It's
Yeah.
almost 9 billion people in the world.
Yep.
I ain't get no letters or no commissary money from none of them, and I took care of all of them. So
But
I think they're gonna support me with this? No,
no. Can I tell you something?
yeah,
Let me tell you something. I'm break it down to you.
uh huh,
When Cooley was up in the Bronx behind Yankee Stadium,
uh huh,
remember that?
yeah,
Okay, Cooley Wop, he still got the same telephone number when he was behind the Bronx and Yankee Stadium. That's when he had problems on 142nd Street, and he called me to handle some business. I handled it for him. You know, he didn't give me no money for that. Okay, cool. He was going down south to Atlanta, Georgia, seeing your brother Al.
uh huh,
And he said, yo, Richie gonna call me because I was like, yo, here go $300. Send this to Rich. I was
He,
empowered. I was empowered.
he ain't never send me no
Yeah,
money.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like where all that money was coming from, because you couldn't send nothing to nobody. Because I know how it is to be trapped behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, yo, I'm like, word? I'm like, yo, Cooley Wop, send this to Rich. He like, okay, cool. He'll come back downtown and all that. I'll be like, yo, Cooley Wop, you sent that to Rich? He like, yeah, because at that time you still was talking to Cooley.
Yeah.
You still was talking to him
I always talk to Cooley. Cooley just stopped talking to me because he's
because
on
your
some
brother.
shit with my brothers.
Yeah,
And
cause
you know, he believes the lie. So, it is what it
but
is.
but
But like I
but you
said,
know
I ain't
something?
mad at nobody.
Everybody believes the lie
Yeah.
until the truth come out, and
Yeah.
they be like, "Oh man, no, you should have said, oh man, back then." You got
Yeah.
to You God gave you two ears. I learned this.
Uh-huh.
God gave you two ears. You hear one side of a story on one side, and you hear another side of the story on another side, and then in your brain you got to commute. You know, like, yo, what's right, what's wrong? Yo, let me tell you something. God gave me two ears. I'll be like, yo, I'm still gonna mess with him. You understand? Like Tawana said, yo, Johnny, yo. I'm like, yo, I still mess with Rich. She was like, what? I'm like, yo, Rich is our brother. And she was like, yo, Johnny, you absolutely right. Do I do like when Kirk told me something about Tutu, he told me something. Remember, me and Kirk was on an island.
I know. I heard the story too. I heard
Me
the
and Kirk was on an island. So me and Kirk was on an island. Me and Kirk never rocked in the street. But when we came to the island,
yeah.
we both was monsters. We both was
Yeah, because
monsters.
y'all came to see me.
Yeah, yeah. So we came to see you with big hammers and all that.
No,
We
but
both was
me and Kirk used to write each other. Like when I was in my first bid and he was upstate with Mike, I used to write him. He used to write me back.
yeah.
You know,
Okay.
and then I guess he believed the lies, and he started acting the way everybody else. But my thing is,
Nah, Kirk was going to war. He was going to war
no, I'm
because
saying now. I'm not talking about before. I'm talking about now.
oh yeah, before he
Because I can
died.
I can see how his. Of course, I was always big bro. He was like, "Yo, big," you know what I mean? Because when he was a young nigga, I was the only one that could control him. Of course,
Y-
Parrot couldn't even control him.
Yo,
You
and
know?
him and Parry used to fight in the house.
Yeah,
Yo, they used to literally fight. I
I
used to be
know,
like,
I know, and of course, Parrot used to be with me, and he used to always look up to me. But it is what it is. Like I say, one thing about life, right? You go through your adversities, you
it comes
learn,
change. And
you
to learn
learn,
who's in your corner and
and that
who's not in your corner.
exactly. And then the beautiful thing about it, God know the truth.
Yeah, God knows the truth, so the truth
So
will set you free.
no, but it doesn't even matter what people feel. It's what God feels. Cause on that day of judgment, you got to stand in front of God. You ain't got to stand in front of man. Man going to be like, man, he gonna be trying. He too busy worried about his own self. Like
Yeah,
the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu said. He said the pregnant woman with her fetus, she'll drop her fetus out of her, and of course she gonna be afraid of her own punishment. So it is what it is. Like I say, man, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna win, inshallah, and I'm gonna get my bread. And like I said, by
yo,
2030, I'm out, inshallah.
yo, I can't be out because
Oh no, you got a I don't have no family. All my family's
oh,
dead, and the ones that's left is we don't deal with each other. So
yeah,
what?
I know that. I
What's
know that,
left?
but you want to hear something funny?
Uh huh.
In your eyes, in your eyes, Mike deals with you because every time I go to see Mo, every time I go to see Mo, Mo be like, yo, what's up with Rich? I be like, yo, he's chilling. He be like, okay, cool. He be like, yo, Mike always be asking me, what's up with Rich? What's up with Rich? How's brother doing? Yo, he need anything? I be like, why he don't reach out to Rich and ask Rich this? You know, because
Yeah, yes. Just
what?
you don't see what he wrote on there?
Who?
Him.
Who's that? Mo?
Nah, what D did. You don't see right there?
Nah, what he said?
He says, what chest size are you? He looks like a double D.
Who?
This nigga stupid. He's stupid. Yeah, he's
Yo,
a good
that
kid. That's my dog though, man. I
yo,
love
that
the
that's the
child.
pastor. That's the
No, no,
pastor.
no, that's not no, that's D.
Which D?
DiCaprio. No, me and him was in the shelter together. He
Okay.
he the one that lives in the hip hop museum building. When I
Oh
used
yeah, yeah,
yeah, when
right,
I
right.
used to when I was in shelter, he got out first.
Yeah,
And
in,
we
in
used to go out,
Brooklyn.
nah, in the Bronx, right there over across on 49th Street Bridge.
Oh
Right
no, no,
across
but
from
y'all was in the
Esplanade.
yeah,
We was in
y'all
a, yeah,
got
we was in shelter in Brooklyn, yeah.
yeah in Brooklyn. Right down there.
Prince Street. Yeah, 59 Prince.
Yeah, and you know something? I came over there one time, and they told me they said because right up the block is a gas station.
Yeah. That's why I used to hang out at the sell my
Yeah,
weed.
the
At the
gas station right
Avalon.
there.
At the Avalon. No, across street the Avalon is the high ride.
Yeah, so right there, I came there. I said, "Yo, I like to speak to James Coleman." They said, "No, James Coleman live here." I said, "Okay, cool." I left it alone, and then I called you. You was like, "Yo, I'm there," but they was on some BS there. I
Yeah,
said, "Okay, cool." Just like you was at Newark, New Jersey. I followed your transition from Newark, New Jersey
that's right.
until now because Newark, New Jersey used to be at the gas station at a
Yeah.
certain time.
Yeah, 12
I,
o'clock every day doing
yo,
my Facebook Live with TACC. Through adversity come change.
yeah, and you used to talk about this like this. I was like, yo, adversity comes change, and I take your mental capacity is strong, so I take it. I be like, yo, through adversity comes change.
Yeah,
People get on my nerves. I be like, you know what? You're right. See you later, my brother, and
that's
keep
right.
walking. They be
That's right.
looking at me like, what? I be like, see you later, my brother. But if you run up on me, you're gonna catch a bad one. I tell them like, you're gonna catch a bad one.
See, the
So
one
don't
arm
run up.
still work, right?
Yo, no, no. Oh, the right is starting to get better. I'll be like,
Oh,
if you
okay.
run up, if you run up on me,
Yeah.
you're gonna catch a bad one.
So you still know how to sling them things?
I, I, I still, yo, I, I was brought up. See, a lot of people, a lot of young kids don't know. We was brought up fighting every day.
Yeah.
We was, but now they be bringing it up shooting.
Yeah.
I'll be like, wow.
Yeah.
Every time I turn the news on, they be like, a gang takedown in Brooklyn, a gang takedown in Queens, a gang takedown in Manhattan. I'll be like, yo, when do they got the time to get PUSSY? If it's always about a gang fighting, gang
Yeah.
this, gang that, they
No,
don't
but
have it no
no,
more.
but see what you missing though, Johnny, is that's their family. You know, they're missing
Yeah,
they're missing family. So
that,
that's their
yeah,
family. And when you are missing family, you'll do whatever it takes to be a part of family.
a fam, yes,
You know, and that's the thing. Like we got to get back to helping them understand that's not family. Because when you're in the prisons, nobody looks out for you. So the whole
yo,
thing is
nobody,
figuring out what you want to do with your life and doing being the best at what you want to do with your life. You know, that's why I tell you, like people don't understand, why I do this. I do this to help people, to find their purpose in life, because once you find your purpose in life, you never work a day in your life, because you
yeah,
do what you love. And when you're doing what you love, you're going to do it passionately. But you have to find it. And like a lot of people don't understand it. Like, these kids are hurting for real,
yo, they
you know,
hurting.
and
They don't
hurt
got no
hurt
father, no
yeah,
mother.
hurt people. They grown up, their mama probably was a whore, getting high, their
Yeah,
father was gone or in jail, or it's all kind of, like, but what people don't understand is that these situations are perpetuated by a people through a
yeah,
system. This is not by happenstance. These things are done on purpose to put these
Yeah,
situations.
cause you know something. I went to a young kid house.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking to his mother.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I'm talking to his mother,
Uh-huh.
and the young kid busts in the door and says, "Yo, ma, hurry up and roll that effing blunt." And I'm like, I thought that was your boyfriend or something. She like, nah, that's my son. Yo, he want me to hurry up and roll a blunt. When I was growing up,
Shh.
we couldn't bust in our mother's door. You know,
Man, your whole face would have been knocked off.
nah. You'd have woke up next week.
Yeah.
You'd have got knocked
And
out.
that's one of the things they say. I'll knock you the next week.
And that was true.
Yeah. Oh,
That
yeah.
was true.
My mom was vicious, man.
Yo,
I was more scared of my mother than the police.
yo.
My mom was tough.
And then you tell the police, like, please don't call my mother. Please don't call my
Yeah,
mother.
good question. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Mom's was tough. My mom's pistol whipped my big brother in high school. The principal was like, "Man, I don't care
yeah.
what you do. Past that month, do not let her come back here."
Yo,
She went to my school and beat me with a wooden shoe and a 2x4, knocked me out. And they was
yo.
like, "Yo, you want me to call your mother?" I was like,
Yeah.
"No."
Thank you.
I
Yo,
passed my class after that.
my Harold used to come to my school, beat me down. I got all A's in my class, and they'll look at me like this. Yo, you want me to call your father? I'll be like, no, please, please. I'll stay after school and do what I gotta do. You know, I'll be like, please, please. And while I'm playing, please, please, Hal robbing banks. He robbing banks. You know, he was doing, I used to catch the bus on 143rd Street, 143rd, because 144th Street, you had the number joint right there, and Michigan Pharmacy on 145th Street.
Yeah.
Michigan Pharmacy, the liquor store right there, and but I always knew that how be like, yo, don't catch the bus on 144th Street, catch it on 143rd Street. Every day I used to walk by that bank. Every day. And then one day I got off the bus on 143rd Street in Amsterdam, on the on the uptown side. I'm like, wow, I'll never forget. I seen all the police around there. I'm like, wow, wow. So
Your
I go
father,
down the block.
your father that robbed the joint.
Yeah, so I go down the block. So I'm like, mommy, mom. Matter of fact, that was the time Ronald Reagan got shot. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm like, Harold, yo, there's mad police all up there. Harold sitting back in my mom's house, like, yeah. So they ask you any question. I'm like, nah, I want to be on TV. That's when you had John Johnson on
Uh-huh.
TV, the black. I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I want to be on TV. He like, never be on TV, boy. I'm like, okay, cool. The next day, Harold and my mom went out to Jersey. You know, so I'm sitting back because back then we couldn't go outside until your parents was home.
Yeah.
You know, my mom's came up like, yo, Harold just got a house. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm thinking nothing. She like, yo, out in Jersey. I'm like, wow, we moving out to Jersey because
I remember when y'all was moving out to Jersey.
I'm like, yo, how? Just bought a house out in Jersey, and you want to hear something funny? Charles lived right around the corner from us.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Charles lived right around the corner. To this day, he moved right around the corner. I didn't know that.
Oh, I ain't know that. Cause
Yeah,
yeah, I ain't know he lived around the corner from you.
yeah, he lived right around the corner. He lived right around the corner. So I'm like, wow, wow. Now come to find out, how, um, they caught Harold, but they didn't catch him with no money. They let him go. And now I'm looking at Harold like, you the bank bandit? Yo. You the bank bandit that hit the bank on 127th Street in Amsterdam. Remember that there's a Chase Bank on 127th Street across you from Manhattanville. The
Uh-huh.
bank over here, they got Hal, they got Hal saying he shut that bank down. He robbed that bank for like $2 million with a note. And I'm like, wow, wow. So I'm looking at Hal like, so where all that money go at? Yo, where all that
He
money
bought them
go?
houses. He bought that
Yeah.
house
He bought three
and,
houses.
and stacked that money.
Yep, and kept doing it. I'm like, wow. So you the bank bandit. That's all I'm looking at him. He was buying cars, because back then they didn't call Cadillacs. They was calling them hogs. He
Yeah.
bought a hog from Dick Gidron. That was
Yeah.
his man.
Up in the Yonkers.
No, Dick, no, Dick Gidron, he was up in the Bronx.
Yeah, up in
But,
Yonkers. Right there before you go to Yonkers, right there in the
yep,
Bronx.
yep, Dick Gidron.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, you the nigga. I'm like, yeah. And then he said, yo, Johnny, you either gonna sell drugs or be a garbage man. I looked
Mhm.
at him. I said, yo, Harold, I want to do what I do. He said, okay, you on your own. You on 11th grade. And a lot of people don't know this. Do you know I was going to school when I was messing with Case? I
No,
was
I ain't
going to
know.
Rice High School when I was messing with Case. How you think I used to come to the block with my British Walkers on, and a trench coat? I was messing with Case. And then Case told me something. He said, yo, you can either be with me or leave school. I went and got my GED, hung with Case every day. Hung with Case every day. That was money. Yo, that was money back then.
Yeah, it was
You know,
different. I mean, we had good
we
childhood, man.
had good, we had,
We was wild though. We was who?
we was
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
KP Kong
But we was,
had the hole in the wall in the back.
yeah. But we was good kids doing the whole. We
Yeah,
just
we
did
was
this
good kids.
mischievous stuff. That's all. We
Yeah,
just
yeah,
wanted some. We just wanted to get high and some money
yeah. Get
and have fun.
and yo, and you know something, Rich? Why we never opened up Red Door
Yeah,
through the time we was up the block? We
yeah.
never opened up
We
that
didn't.
Red Door.
We didn't need to because we was on the street.
Yeah, but we could have popped the lock and been all up in there.
Yeah, but nah, the police used to bust that joint on a regular.
Yeah, regular. And back then, when they busted a weed spot, we popped the lock and stood up in there because that weed spot had plenty of money coming up in there.
Yeah.
And that was Jamaican Tone. That was Jamaican Tone. I forgot the girl. He was messing with Tony Rome's sister.
Uh,
Yep. Oh man, we had some fun back then.
yes, sir.
We had unity back then.
Yeah, no question. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yep.
Yeah, no bull.
Broccoli and cheese.
That's a good thing. I made some hamburgers. I bought that halal, so I made I
Yeah.
made I made two hamburgers for both of us. I only ate one. He only ate one. We made some wedges. I still got one left. He got one left.
Okay.
Knocked that out. Mall probably. I'm full for the night. That motherfucker was nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for Mo to come get his truck out the goddamn yard.
I know you tell me that every night. You know he ain't coming until he can.
yo, I spoke to him today. He said, yo, I'm trying to get my license back in order. I'm like, Mo, my girl gonna put it out outside. He like, no, don't tell her, don't do that, don't do that. Please, please.
Yeah, I can see it. I'm feeling better.
Yo, please, please. And I'm like, all right, cool. Come sit down, baby. Okay, yo,
Go ahead, do your thing.
good talking to you and all that.
All right.
Okay,
Handle your
all right, I'll
business,
see you
hustle.
tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's always a good pleasure to have Johnny on. Johnny is a funny dude. Johnny is a funny dude. But we're gonna get back to business. 13. How can adversity teach the difference between wants and needs? When money or resources run out, you quickly learn what you can actually live with and live without. A wealthy executive who loses his fortune discovers that family time and health matters far more than luxury cars and vacations. 14. How does adversity build patience that money can't purchase? When money or resources run out, you quickly learn what you can actually live without. A wealthy executive who loses a fortune, okay, discovers, all right, I said that one, my bad. 15. Why do setbacks often reveal hidden opportunities? When one door closes, the pressure forces you to look for the other, the others you ignored before. A middle class manager laid off during a recession starts consulting and earns more with greater freedom than the old corporate job. And that's the truth. You know, you once you find your once you find your purpose in life, you know, life becomes like an oyster. It's easy. Number 16, how can adversity strengthen family bonds across all income levels? Shared struggle pulls people together when there's no choice but to rely on each other. A poor family facing eviction bands together to survive facing eviction and grows closer than ever, while a rich family hits the scandal learns a rich family who's hit by scandal learns who truly has their back. 17. How does adversity teach difference between, oh, we just did that one. Number 18. How does adversity build patience that money can't purchase? Waiting through hard time teaches you to endure delays without panic or shortcuts. A poor student works 2 jobs to finish school, learns to keep going even when progress feels invisible. While the rich kid who gets everything instantly needs developing that staying develop that never develops that staying power. Let me read that again. While the rich kid who gets everything instantly never develops that staying power because he's always given and he's never worked for nothing. Why does setback often reveal hidden opportunities? When one door closes, the pressure forces you to look for others you ignored before. A middle class manager laid off during a recession starts consulting and earns more with the greater freedom than the old corporate job. What does it mean that comfort is the enemy of growth? Easy living keeps you from stretching or taking risks that leads to real change. A middle class professional struck in a dead end job stays comfortable until a layoff forces them to start the business they always dreamed about. How does adversity create empathy that connects people regardless of wealth? Growing through pain helps you to understand and support others who are hurt. A formerly wealthy person who hits rock bottom now volunteers at a shelter and connects deeply with those still struggling. Why does adversity often become the best business school? Real failure teaches you lessons no textbook or MBA program can match. A poor entrepreneur who first venture collapses learns cash flow, customer needs, and resilience the hard way and succeeds on the next try. How can losing status or money reveal your true identity? When the titles and the possessions disappear, you're left with who you actually are. A rich executive stripped of his corner office and perks discovers he is never defined by a job. A poor single mom who loses her home realizes her worth was never in the address. What does it mean that your network is your net worth during hard times? The people who stand by you when there's nothing to gain becomes your real safety net. A middle class professional who gets laid off lands a new role through one loyal contact who remembers their character. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. How does adversity teach gratitude that wealth often hides? When you have less, you appreciate what remains far more deeply. A formerly wealthy family that downsized to a smaller home finally noticed the simple meals and quiet evenings they once rushed past. Why do some people repeat the same mistakes after adversity while others break the cycle? Growth requires honest self reflection and a willingness to change habits, not just survive the pain. A rich gambler who loses everything but keeps betting stays broke, while a poor worker who hits bottom and gets sober builds a stable life. Think about that. How can adversity create opportunities that comfort never would have? Easy times keep you in the same lane, but pressure forces you onto new paths. A middle class artist who loses their job finally pursues their craft full time and builds a sustainable career. And that's in life, that's how things happen when you find your peace and your purpose. What role does faith or belief play in surviving and thriving through adversity? A deeper sense of purpose or higher power gives strength when everything else feels uncertain. A poor family facing ailments draws on their faith community for support that carries them through. How can adversity build emotional intelligence that money can't buy? Reading people and situations under pressure sharpens your ability to connect and lead. A wealthy heir who never faces real struggles in relationships, while a poor kid who navigates family chaos learns to read emotions quickly. Why does hitting rock bottom often spark the biggest reinventions? The lowest point, the old identity is gone, so you can rebuild something internally new. A middle class executive fired at 55 starts consulting practice that becomes more fulfilling than the corporate ladder ever was. When you find your place in life, you never work a day in your life. You know, how can adversity teach the value of health that wealth often takes for granted? When your body breaks down, no amount of money can fully replace lost vitality. A rich CEO who ignores warning signs until a heart attack finally prioritizes wellness over work. What does it mean? that scars are badges of honor from adversity. The marks left by hard times prove you survived and grew stronger. A poor veteran who returns home with visible and invisible wounds builds a life that honors the battles fought. True story. How does adversities create leaders who understand struggle from the ground up? Those who have been through it themselves lead with empathy and practical wisdom. A formerly homeless person who builds a successful business, mentors others, still climbs out of poverty. And why does going through adversity together create bonds stronger than shared success? Shared pain forges loyalty that victory alone cannot match. A middle class couple who face job loss and illness together emerges with marriage that feels unbreakable. And these are just, some of the things that adversity does. There's a lot more. But I just wanted to give you guys an understanding of why I do what I do and what it does. So I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same back channel. We have, once again, we have the workbook and the textbook. The workbook is the big one, and the textbook is the small one, both by me, Rich Coleman. Through adversity comes change. Through adversity comes change workbook. And the workbook is phenomenal. I'm very impressed. Very, very, very impressed with myself with that. And check it out. They're on Amazon. Real cheap. And we have the 8 modules on Gumroad. We're working on a website where everything can be purchased through our website. So stay tuned, and it's a lot more to come. A lot more to come. Just stay tuned. TACC Man out. Y'all have a blessed night. And if nobody told y'all they love you today, I'm telling you. Peace.